Lila Talks, modern holistic lifestyle with a twist.
Lila, let's talk.
Hey, I'm outside. I figured I'd do this holistic living with a modern twist outside to be close with Mother Nature. This is my first time doing it, so hopefully there's not a lot of distractions with like noise of cars and it's not too hot, or else we'll just go inside. But hi, welcome back. It's so good to see you. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the support that I've received in my first 2 videos. Not just watching it, but liking it, subscribing, sharing it with your family and friends, and all the overwhelming comments that I've received on all the various social media platforms. On IG, I'm Lila Talks Lifestyle. So I just really appreciate it. Like, you don't know how much it has made my day and just gave me like a bolt of energy to even do this video today for you. And for those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. We love you too. Lila Talks, it's a lifestyle channel, right? So we're gonna talk about beauty and health and relationships and politics and travel and culture and a variety of different things. But today we're gonna talk about holistic living. If you like this video and you like this channel, please feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. Then you can stay in tuned with what I'm talking about, because I'm gonna talk about a little bit of everything. And so each week or each bi-week, I'm still getting a hang of my frequency. You'll be well informed.
Lila, let's talk.
What prompted me to do this video? Well, it's kind of the environment. Right now, we're living in a really hectic world, right? So we're in the midst of the COVID crisis. People are getting sick, loved ones are passing away. There's all this overt racism that has ignited the Black Lives Matter movement, which is also evoking some strong feelings, right? Strong emotions that are sad to see. All these different videos that have come to light. And so we're in a world where there's a lot of change, there's a lot of disruption to our norm. And we need to figure out, okay, well, how can we best handle that? And so even if you're not sick or you don't know someone who's sick, you might have lost your job. You might have fear of losing your job, right? You don't know what's gonna happen, how long this current situation is gonna be. For me personally, the COVID crisis has hit my business. As I mentioned in Lila Talks intro, I do real estate. And so one of my properties is an Airbnb, and people are canceling, people are coming to DC on vacation. So that's one. And then on my second property, I had tenants who received military orders to support the COVID crisis in New York. So they had to abruptly leave. So these are things that I did not plan. And, it could be stressful. It could be, alarming. It could be, oh my God, how could I pay for these 2 mortgages? But at the same time, anytime this happens, take a breather. Yes, breathing is good. Breathing is life. Breathing is what even these plants need. But also, I count my blessings. I am so thankful that I have still my consulting business that affords me the opportunity to have a living. Over the years, I've had a journey about managing stress better, like not worrying, not feeling like it's doomsday tomorrow. And then the other thing is, we live in the world of social media, right? Everyone's posting, everyone's sharing, which is great. At the same time, you catch yourself possibly comparing yourself, you as a person or you as your lifestyle, and you're like, wow, this person's so beautiful, she's so skinny, she's so rich, she can travel and do all these things that I want to do. And you start feeling maybe bad about yourself, and you start being envious and jealous, and you start comparing people, whether they're strangers like these IG social influencers, or maybe just a friend. And you realize you're starting to notice you're not happy for them, that you're kind of being a little resentful for whatever's going on in your life. We are putting pressure on ourselves for no reason. And any void that you have in your life, having that other person's life is not gonna fill it. It's not. You can be rich, you can be pretty, you can be whatever you want, get plastic surgery, wear different hair and makeup. That's not gonna change what's bothering you. And then in general, we're just putting a lot of pressure on ourselves for no reason. I just think it's just the era that we live in. Everything's fast, everything's moving, and it can be really hectic. Our general life is hectic. I've seen a surge of young adults struggling with anxiety attacks, panic attacks, suicide rates are up the roof, substance abuse, drug and alcohol is high. And just even if you're not doing that, like even, your relationship to food and your relationship to other people, people are becoming, I feel, more nasty, or maybe social media is allowing them to be nasty because they're hiding in a veil that is invisible to who they really are. But whoever's being mean, whoever's being unkind, there's something there. There's something that they're hurting. I'm going to discuss first the traditional model of holistic lifestyle. The traditional holistic lifestyle basically says you see the body, you see yourself as a whole, holistic, whole person. So mind, body, soul is all interconnected. So whatever you do with one thing affects the other, right? So if you have a headache and you're feeling stressed, it affects your body. It's going to affect your spirituality. And so if you Google holistic lifestyle, if you look on YouTube, if you do your research, you'll see some common topics, and they're great topics. And I think they're wonderful. However, I think they can be a little bit more advanced for just an average person. They typically talk about in mind, like, goals and, your feelings. In regards to your body, it's centered on your nutrition, like what's considered healthy, or you need to work out and, exercise. The soul, it's really focusing on the spirituality, being connected with a higher being, with the universe, with nature. Those are all wonderful things, and they focus on meditation and mindfulness. The traditional holistic lifestyle can be a little intimidating, right? You're like, oh, I do this every single day. Or you must eat this, or, to be holistic. Oh, you have to, be one with nature, and you can't wear makeup. You have to be natural all the time, because that's what holistic lifestyle is all about. Cool. There's certain elements that you can apply to your life, but I think there's so much more to holistic lifestyle than just those key topics that I just described, right? And I think you don't have to do everything to be holistic. Similar to going to church or going to mosque. It doesn't make you less Christian or less Muslim because you don't go, or go as often, or go at all. That's absurd, right? And so the same thing applies to holistic lifestyle. So I want to talk about my journey of how I even got here. I've been adopting a holistic lifestyle for over 10 years, and it all started, oh my God, just thinking about this place. You see, when you have memories of places, it instantly triggers a feeling, right? I'm sure you probably just saw my mood completely change, because this place has been so impactful to me in so many ways, in so many pivotal moments in my life. It is a place of sanctuary for me, a place where I can reset and restart my thinking and my mind and my journey. It is a place loving, inviting people. A lot of people go there who are sick, looking for hope. People who are healthy, who are struggling, to get ends meet. It is a wonderful place. And so I know, drum roll please, where is this place? And it is Optimum Health Institute. OHI is located in Lemon Grove, California, which is near San Diego. They also have a location in Austin, Texas. And no, they're not paying me to say this. This place is amazing. It's nothing fancy, and I can talk on and on about it. So I'm just gonna give you the quick bullet points. 1, you eat raw every single day. 2, you take classes on mind, body, soul, morning and night. So you really dive in deep for like 3 weeks, or 1 to 3 weeks, up to you. It's, it's a weekly program. And 3, there's no technology around you. You're not allowed to have your phone or anything like that. It's about connecting with others and reading and kind of getting in touch with your inner self. And so anything that you do with technology is in your private room. It's just so peaceful. Everyone's so opening and inviting, and you can be vulnerable. It's so funny how, do you ever notice that you can share intimate details, fears, and your most private moments, or your most intimate thoughts with a stranger? I know I can. I mean, I'm a pretty open person already, but there's some things that if someone doesn't know you, they don't know your family, they don't know your friends, they don't know your job, and they just see you as you, and you can just share and cry with them. It feels so good. Crying feels good. I know sometimes when I'm sad, like I'll purposely watch a sad movie that I know will be like the waterworks, because I need to get it out and I need help. And I'm like, I need to cry right now and I need help. So, use certain things that kind of can trigger, sad feelings. Get that sadness out. The traditional holistic lifestyle is great. I learned a lot from it, but I went to pretty much a school to understand how do I apply it. And I've been there many times. Over 10 years now, I've gone like maybe 6-7 times, like every 2 years. So it took a lot of time to get to this point. It's a journey, but I think I need to tell you guys where you need to start, and it's not really meditating and doing gratuity logs every day. That's a great start if that works for you. But if it doesn't work for you, I would challenge you to think of something different. Because I know the traditional model is intimidating. It feels very orthodox. It feels very rigid. It feels very like, oh my gosh, absolute all or nothing. And I want to share with you my twist to a holistic lifestyle. My definition of modern holistic lifestyle is a couple different things. Yes, I look at the whole person as a unit, mind, body, soul, as an individual, great. But I also look at it bigger than that. We are bigger than ourselves, right? We are part of the human species. We are human beings. Our life is around and centered around human beings. Sorry, this is a fly. And the first step for doing anything is your relationship to others, but most importantly, you know who? Your relationship to yourself. That's a secret ingredient. That's the foundation to everything else. Modern holistic lifestyle, it is also being intentional, being specific and intentional and proactive with your thoughts and behaviors, training yourself to put the work into being better. It's also taking the foundational elements and those topics that I mentioned earlier in doses, right? So doing it in small incremental doses that work for you. So if you can't meditate an hour, try 5 minutes, and set an alarm on your phone. Or what, better yet, what I do is I set it on my work calendar, so I make sure that I see it. Another thing I do is I have always worked on being patient. It's a work in progress. And especially when I was in college, when all my friends would go out and they're ready to have a good time and they're getting ready and they took forever. Yes, you girls, I'm talking to you. Take forever. And I'm always the one, always ready, dressed, on my phone, really, you're not done yet. What are you doing? So now, I love breathing. Breathing is so good for you. And so now, guess what I do? I'm like, okay, cool. I have 10-15 minutes to spare, whether I'm waiting in line while I'm running my errands for my businesses or, just something personally. I will whip out my meditation. I always have my ear pods and I will listen to that and meditate and breathe. I'm like, you know what? I'll just take this moment that I'm waiting and just breathe and meditate and relax. And that immediately puts me in a state of peacefulness. When you're waiting or you're feeling annoyed or irritated, take 5 deep breaths. Take 5 deep breaths wherever you are. Do it. I'm out here, people walking around, and I'm breathing away, and do that. Another time that I do that is when I'm in the car. When I'm driving and I'm stuck in traffic and there's a red light. I don't close my eyes because I want to be aware, but I just take deep breaths. Deeping in, taking a deep breath and holding at the end and releasing. Doesn't it feel good? I immediately feel relaxed because I am an Energizer bunny. I am, oh my gosh, this light keeps moving and I keep moving. Okay, does it bother you? Yes, it's bothering me. So hold on, let me move. It is hot today. Feels much better in here. So let's just get into it, okay? The relationship you have with yourself is key. Same thing with a holistic lifestyle. You need to be able to have and build and maintain a positive relationship with who is yourself. Do you have a relationship with yourself? Do you check in and see how you are feeling? Do you have conversations with yourself? That is really what matters. And that's the first part. You get into a serious relationship, right? What does everyone say, right? Everyone says before you get into a relationship, work on yourself. Yep. Work on yourself. Don't bring all this baggage, all this extra blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to deal with that. So you need to be able to like work on yourself. Picture yourself being mad for no reason. You know, why do I feel that way? Like, don't just react, you know, but say, is that nice or not nice? You know, or, you know, maybe people have given you comments. Maybe say, oh, you're so stuck up, or you have a bad attitude. Or, you know what, can you ever be happy for someone? If you hear these things, don't just brush it off like, oh, they're just hating. They're haters. Hateration, haters, right? Cool, possible. But I'm a big proponent that if there's a pattern, good or bad, that's saying something. There must be something there that's ringing true, particularly if it's different people saying the same thing, right? Family, friends, coworkers, whatever. So you have to say, okay, let me take a step back. How do I feel? You know, how am I feeling right now? And why would people even think about me in that way? You know, if someone talked to me that way or said something to me, how would I take it? You know, don't just take yourself out of the equation. Don't even think that it's you who's saying it. But if someone said, that was stupid, as an example, how would that make you feel? Right? Probably not good. So that's probably what those other people are feeling. So being thoughtful in the words that you have. Your words are powerful. Your actions are powerful. You are powerful. So make sure that you're careful with your words. Make sure you dive in deeper in the relationship that you have with yourself. What are your values? What motivates you? I think people need to dive deeper to understand what you want, who you are, and who you want to be. Before you can kind of create goals, before you can start working on certifications or education or read a book, you need to think about, well, who am I? A great exercise that I'm going to take from what I learned at OHI, and they say, write down the three things that are really important to you in your life. What do you value, right? So think about that. Okay, all right. So typically people would say, my family. Oh yeah, I love my family. Family's so important. They'd say my health, like, yeah, I gotta make sure that I'm healthy, or maybe you don't, maybe you're neglecting it. They might say, hanging out with friends is another, right? And so who knows, I'm just giving you, or maybe it's volunteering as an example. So whatever those three things are, you're like, okay, cool, those are my three things. Those are the things that are really important to me. Those are the things I value in this world. More than anything, those are the three things. Okay, cool. So then you got to think about, all right, you have these three things. Now I'm going to ask you another question. What are the top three things that you spend the most time on? So if you say that it's, your priority, your values are family, friends, health, I say these three things are the most important things in my life, but yet I spend my time on maybe social media, YouTube, maybe I go out a lot, maybe I'm, brunching, day drinking, going to the clubs, who knows, right? And so you're really focusing on different things, I'm not saying they're bad things, but different things than the things that you said that were your values. You even do a pie chart, and you just put a little circle and carve out how much time you think percentage-wise, 50%, 20%, and that's just like a quick, technique to kind of say, I might want to change how I spend my time and who I spend my time with. And sometimes we need quiet. Sometimes we need peace. Sometimes we need that zen, that silence. I get it. Very, very applicable to a lot of situations because we're really hectic and busy. But other times, maybe that is the norm for you and you need to shake it up a bit. You need to go out, you need to have some fun, and if you can't go out, think back to when you could and treasure those memories. Close your eyes and think about those memories that you were dancing with your friends, having a good time, and it's just awesomeness, right? It's not possible. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna have fun with myself. Be like a child. Be free like a child, embrace and be curious and be open and be pure like a child. And dance like a child. Kids are always dancing by themselves. They're singing, they're dancing, they're doing all sorts of stuff. Why can't you do that? Who says you can't do that? I do it all the time. You don't believe me? I do it all the time. That was so much much fun. I love dancing. I love dancing by myself. And if you need help dancing by yourself, you can check out my other video that's posted on Dance With Me. So anyways, back to what we were talking about. I'm gonna give you 3 call to action. So 1 is develop a plan. Create goals, create a mind, body, soul goal in each category. Something small, something little. 2, I want you to listen to yourself more. Listen to your body and your feelings. And number 3 is help others. The most peaceful, happy people are the people that help others, that give their time, their energy, and it's a kind of a selfish thing, right? Because it feels so good. It feels great, And so I know some people, they only help their family, their immediate family or extended family, and they don't help strangers. But if you're not that person, start there. Help people who are closest to you and closest to your network. But I would also challenge people to help strangers because, not everyone is in your same situation. Remember, be grateful, right? Regardless of what's going on in your life, someone has it way worse. Way worse. Don't take that for granted. Count your blessings and pass it forward by helping others and giving to others. What is my most embarrassing moment? I have to go back to high school. So one memory that comes to mind, I was on the freshman basketball team and I never played organized basketball before. So this was my first time and we were playing a really, really good team. I mean, they were crushing us, beating us by 15, 20, 30. It just got worse and worse as the time went on. And if you don't know, in basketball, you switch sides. So, if you're going in one direction, you switch and you're going the opposite direction. And so you have a new basket. And, this is kind of new to me. And so, you're running, you're going back and forth, you get confused, right? And so you probably know what's happening. And so basically I get the rebound, I come down, and I'm super excited. In my mind, I'm oh yeah, boo, boo, boo. I'm running down the court, yeah, fast break, shoot it. And I'm as I turn, I think people are gonna be yeah. And then our side of the bleachers, it was kind of quiet, everyone's not saying anything. I was oh, why is it so quiet? Turned to my teammates, they're really? You shot it in the wrong basket. I'm oh shoot, my bad. But guess what? I wasn't the only one, okay? Someone else did the same thing that day. So we did not suck. We weren't that bad. Well, I guess my freshman year. But junior varsity, I was one of the captains, and I think we went to regionals. So yeah, improvements, y'all. Improvements. That's it for the show. That's it for this video. If you haven't seen my previous videos, feel free to go to the intro, go to the Being Black in America. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe, and notification buttons if you like this video, and share it. I'll just add that too if you can share it. I think this is gonna help a lot of different people, regardless of your race, regardless of your religion, regardless of anything. You are a human being and we all need to take better care of ourselves. Thank you so much for giving me your time, for giving me your energy. Thank you. We're gonna talk next time. Until next time.